first of all, I'd like to welcome you good people on behalf of our sponsor. We are one of the few remaining radio shows that's lucky enough to have a sponsor. So if you enjoy yourself during the next half hour, you could do us all a big favor if you would. And that is sometime this week, stop by your neighborhood RCA liquor dealer, pick up a 27-inch television set or a record player or something. Because we'd like to be working up here next year at the same time. I don't know whether you know it or not, but throughout the country, with the exception of Los Angeles, we have a new time this year. We're heard on Friday evenings. Excuse me. And also, you know that Phil is out on his own for the first time. So what do you say we all get together and give a great big welcome to the man who discovered the South, Phil Hackett. Let's hear it.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I can't tell you how much it means to me to have me come out here all by myself, and you're all smiling and applauding and glad to see me. And I just want to tell you I love you for it because I need it. I've been with Jack Benny for 16 years. There ain't no money connected with that job. What Jackson does on Saturday night is take you in a dark room, gives you one fast course of love and bloom, and you've had it, Clyde. Anything you can do to help me earn an honest living, I'll certainly appreciate it. I got off to a bad start. When I married Alice, they told me she had money, but I'll be damned if I can. I looked everywhere. Maybe your brother's got it. I went with him too much. It's really tragic, you know. Hey, it's awful nice to see you guys, you service guys in the audience, and I just want you to know that you can come to my show anytime because, ladies and gentlemen, the servicemen are the finest audiences we have. And it's... And I have to tell you the truth, I'm partial to the Navy because I was in the Navy during the last war myself. That's right, partner. I fought the Battle of Catalina. You're laughing. We lost 8 lobster traps over there. Well, the officers didn't eat. They blamed us. You know, the water came up and took them away. But they had a very unique way of selecting their enlisted men when I went into the Navy according to what they'd done in private life. See, they were particular in those days. So I went in with a couple of buddies of mine, and one of them was a street cleaner, and they put him on a minesweeper. Yeah. And this other buddy of mine was a construction guy. He tore down stuff and carried it off, see? So they put him on a destroyer. How I ever wound up on a ferry boat, I'll You're going to be a good group tonight. Hey, did you hear the story about the guy walked the barbershop, said, how many ahead of me? The barber says 3. The guy went out, he don't come back. Next day he comes in again, says the barber, how many ahead of me? The barber says 3. The guy walks out, he don't come back. Now the barber's going nuts. You know, he's up all day on his feet and the clink of them scissors and all. You know, the guy's... Oh, that's the Chinese grip system. See? So the guy, he don't know. So the barber, you know, he finally gets all worked up every time the guy goes out. So he walks down to bootblack. The barber does. He says to bootblack, he says, look, every day a guy comes in, wants to know how many head. I tell him, he goes out, he don't come back. He says, if he does it tomorrow, follow him. I want to know. Next day, the guy came in, says to the barber, how many ahead of me? The barber says 3. The guy walks out. The bootblack follows him, comes back in about 20 minutes. The barber says, where'd he go? Where'd he go? The bootblack says, to your house. Wrong union. You know what happened? You hear about the drunk that fell out of the 12-story building? This guy's blind drunk. You know, he's away from home on a loose. And he falls out of this building. It's 12 stories high, and he's drunk, and he falls out, and boom, he hits the sidewalk. There's a big crowd around. He gets up, brushed himself off. Fellow walks up, says, what happened? He says, damn fine, no, I just got here. Oh, we're rolling now. That's like the 2 drunks walking down a railroad track, both of them blind. They're walking down a railroad track. The one drunk looks at the other and says, man, that's the longest staircase I ever came down. The other one says, I don't mind that. It's these low banisters. They were on wine. You know, whatever little success, ladies and gentlemen, we've attained, I'd like to tell you is due to you nice people listening to our program and also for our organization. We have, ladies and gentlemen, one of the finest working organizations I think that is possible to obtain. And I'm very thankful because in our business, one or two people can't do it. You must have a very fine functioning organization. And we're very, well, for instance, everyone you see sitting on that stand does an outstanding job on his or her particular instrument. See, the things that I know that you don't. I take the leader, he's okay. We're very proud of him, inasmuch as we have a genius on our hands, and I'm speaking the truth now. He has already had 2 of his own compositions played in the Hollywood Bowl. He has been nominated 6 times in motion pictures for the Academy Award. He was nominated last year for the beautiful conducting and arranging of all the wonderful music that you heard in the Hans Christian Andersen story, and just missed the Academy Award by a few votes. This year, he's just finished another big picture, and we're all keeping our fingers crossed. He just did a picture called The French Line, and he is now doing the new, in the process of making the new Martin and Lewis picture, so this kid's going like a bear. This is Walter Sharp and his orchestra. That's all handwork, no sardines. You know, I'm very happy about the guys in the band. Most of these fellas have been around me for many, many years, ladies and gentlemen, because I started as an alleged musician. I was a drummer. They let us in the union. That's about all you can say for it. But I did have an opportunity of meeting a lot of wonderful guys and a lot of wonderful people, and we've held our friendship over these many years. Every fellow sitting up there has done something outstanding in our music business, and as much as most of them have been with well, I'd say all of the big Dixieland bands and all of the important bands in the United States. They now have families, and they're out here and in other businesses, and they come with me today. But I have a couple of them I could introduce you and tell you the history of every boy that would be interesting, but we don't have the time. But there's a couple of them I'd like for you to meet. One of them you hear every night. Tonight he'll be on KNBH and does a wonderful job and is one of our outstanding orchestra leaders in the whole United States. Albino Ray, ladies and gentlemen. Another fellow, we used to room together years ago. I'm not going to tell you how many, but he, too, has been very, very successful. He is known as a tradition in his particular line of business, in his particular type of music. His records, some records that he made 15, maybe 18 years ago, are collector's items. He's still making records, and he will go down in history as one of the greatest exponents of Dixieland jazz. Red Nichols, the Red Nichols. Bill Foreman, our announcer. I'll introduce him like he did. Now we get into, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to have you meet somebody. Without her, this program wouldn't be possible. I'm not going into a big eulogy. I'm just going to tell you I've been married to her for 12 years, and we have 2 beautiful children, and she's not only the most beautiful gal in the world, but this kid's got a lot of talent, too. Alice Faye! Like baby's dancer, isn't he? Wow, nuts about me. Here are the 2 little girls who play the part of Alice and Phyllis on our program. They, too, are 2 of the most competent little actresses we have in this business. One of them is at the present time over making a picture with Bing Crosby in White Christmas, and we're all pulling for her. Say hello to Janine Roos and Ann Whitfield, ladies and gentlemen. Too young for me. You know, a barking dog never bites. Now we have some guests. We have 3 guests, and I want you to be awfully nice to them because they're very important guys, and I am very thankful that they came over and worked on my program because they, too, are well known in pictures, all of them, and they do a lot of important things in our field of acting. The first one has been with us before. It's awfully nice to have him back again. And I want you to be awfully nice to him. Say hello to Dick Elliott, ladies and gentlemen. this year, but several times last year, and we hope to have him back again a lot because we're always assured of a fine performance, Mr. Dick Ryan. Here's a fellow that's been a friend of mine for many, many years. We used to shoot ducks together up out of Bakersfield, and we used to have a lot of fun, and it's awfully nice to be able to renew old acquaintances. He's as one of our outstanding actors, ladies and gentlemen, in Hollywood for quite a number of years, Mr. Douglas Dumbrell. I don't know about that Cody ain't going to shoot no ducks from here. No, he's lovely. He can wear anything, this cat. He comes on. Now, I want you to meet the little fella that steals our show every week, and we're happy because he's got a lot of talent. He plays the part of Julius Abruzio, the grocery boy, Walter Tetley. And the one and only Elliot Lewis. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for coming to see us. Mainly, thanks for being so nice. And I certainly hope you enjoy the program. And what I'm trying to say is, for God's sake, laugh.
But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? 'Tis the east, and Juliet is the sun. Oh, Harris, you ought to be pitching for the Yankees. You've got so much on the ball.
RCA Victor, world leader in radio, first in recorded music, and first in television, presents the Phil Harris, Alice Faye Show. For your enjoyment, here is the Phil Harris, Alice Faye Show, transcribed, written by Ed James and Lou Derman, with Elliot Lewis, Walter Tetley, John Hubbard, Janine Roos, Ann Whitfield, Walter Sharp's music, and yours truly, Bill Foreman. Tonight we bring you a bright little gem entitled The Traffic Problem in Los Angeles, or Dante's Inferno. And now the stars of the RCA Victor program, Alice Faye and Bill Harris. When the average husband refers to his better half, he means his wife, but not Phil Harris. To Phil, his better half is his left profile. Or is it his right? Well, anyway, here he comes with both profiles shining and a full set of teeth to match.
Two loves have I, it's a perfect parlay. My wife's a doll, but I love RCA. Oh, hiya, honey. What are you looking at?
Oh, Phil, the prints of our new pictures just arrived.
Oh, they did, huh? Well, let's mail them out, and let's not keep all that beauty to ourselves.
Hey, they look pretty good, don't they?
Let me see 'em. Gosh, you look wonderful, Alice. Just wonderful.
Thank you, kind sir, she said.
I don't know about me. Somehow, pictures don't do me justice.
Why, Phil.
No, honey, I mean it. Now, look at this one. Look. He's got that boyish twinkle in my eyes, but, well, he didn't capture my lovable, devil-may-care smile.
You mean your wolfish leer?
No, I mean the magnetic charm that makes me irresistible to all females between 16 and 60.
Is that their age or their IQ?
Now, take it easy, will you, Brenda? You married me, didn't you? Don't that show that I attract the brainy type?
Duh. What'd you say, Bob?
Hey, do that again, Alice, will you? That reminds me of a dame I used to go with in Nashville.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, honey. No, I'm not. You should have seen her. Red hair, blue eyes, and skin like a 10-year-old.
How old was she?
10 years old. Of course, I was only 11 at the time. In them days, I was known as Marshmallow Harris. Toast of the Campfire Girls. Them was the days.
Say, Phil.
Yeah.
Speaking of girls, which you somehow always manage, what do you suppose happened to ours? They should have been home from school an hour ago.
Maybe they got too smart and the teacher's keeping them in to give them some more stupid pills. It happens. Phyllis told me. She said she would have had straight A's last month if it wasn't for them stupid pills.
Oh, I don't know. Those girls tell you anything and you believe it.
Honey, wait a minute. Phyllis got a D in English, didn't she? And you know no daughter of mine ain't getting no D in English if they ain't giving her no stupid.
Phil, what's a coquette?
A what?
A coquette.
It's a small Coke. What?
Just testing.
Alice, I happen to know this English language like a native. So go ahead. Test me again. Ask me anything.
All right. What's a silhouette?
It's a small salute. Thought I didn't know, huh?
And a baguette?
A baguette? Well, that'd be, a baguette's a small girl. You know, honey, they didn't hand out none of them stupid pills when I went to school.
Oh, they handed out something.
Hi, everybody. We're home.
Well, it's about time you kids got here. Where you been?
Girls, you know I worry every time you don't come straight home from school.
But we did, Mom. You just can't get across Ventura Boulevard, that's all.
Well, why don't you cross with the light?
There isn't any light at White Oaks. And every time you try to cross, the cars begin chasing you. But we fool them. We keep running back and forth.
Atta girl. That's the way to do it. Don't give them a chance to aim. Just... Don't they have a crosswalk at White Oak?
Well, it's all rubbed out.
Well, how about the safety zone?
Honey, them things are pickup stations for the Blue Cross. About the only way to get on the other side of Ventura Boulevard is to be born there.
Done about it.
Well, what happened to that petition that Willie got up for a light at White Oak? Didn't everybody sign it?
Well, the city said the funds were all gone.
Oh, fine. Funds. A big city like this, and they can't shell out for one puny light.
I know somebody can fix it. Sniffy.
Sniffy?
She thinks he's so wonderful. He's a district attorney, isn't he? Some district attorney.
All right, wait a minute. Sniffy is the district attorney? How could a 15-year-old kid be
Well, look, honey, it's Boys' Week, and Sniffy's father appointed him honorary district attorney.
Oh, well. If he's anything like his father, he'll be a big help.
My boyfriend is the assistant fire chief. Some boyfriend. And he can get a light faster than any old district attorney, I bet you. He can not.
All right, kids.
What good's an old district attorney?
Phyllis.
He isn't old, and he's
Look,
better than any
Alice.
old fire chief. He isn't
Alice.
either. He
Look,
certainly
will
is.
you cut it,
He is
kids?
too.
Alice, will you cut it?
It is.
Phyllis,
It is.
will you
It is.
stop
It
that?
is.
Stop it.
Pardon me, is this the contented hour?
Oh, hello, Elliot. Come on in.
Hi, Uncle Elliot. Hi.
What's up? I could hear you clear down the driveway.
Uncle Elliot, isn't a district attorney better than a fire chief? Assistant fire chief.
All right, girls, all
That's
right.
even worse. It isn't either.
Okay, that does it. Upstairs, the both of you.
But, Dad.
You heard your father upstairs.
But, Mom.
Not another word.
Gee whiz. You and your district attorney think he's so wonderful. He's better than your old fire chief. He isn't either. He is too. He isn't. He is too. Isn't.
Good thing I had the bottle glued on that tape.
What are they doing? Trying out for What's My Line?
Elliot, Alice and I have something we'd like to discuss.
Go ahead. I won't say anything. I'll just listen.
Phil,
Wait a minute, honey. Wait a minute. Elliot.
Hmm?
You know, sometimes a married couple likes to be alone.
They do?
How would you like it if you were married to Alice and I was around all the time?
Let's try it that way for a while.
All right.
No, Elliot, we do have a problem. There's no traffic light at White Oak, and Alice and Phyllis have a terrible time getting across the street.
Why do they have to cross the street?
To get on the other side.
Oh, Curly. Joe Miller would be proud of you.
It ain't a joke.
He thought it was.
Elliot, the school's on the other side.
Nah, that's ridiculous. Who ever heard of a chicken going to school?
What chicken?
The one that crossed the street to get to the other side.
Alice, can I see you out in the garage?
What's going on out in the garage?
Elliot, now look, honey, this is a very serious problem.
Oh, okay, let's all go out in the garage.
It's got nothing to do with the garage. Alice and Phyllis can't cross the street because there isn't any traffic light.
Why don't they use the crosswalk?
Because there isn't any crosswalk.
Okay, let's paint one.
Now look, Elliot, listen to me. Don't.
Phil, wait a minute.
You don't have to say a word to me, honey. I promised you, and I'm not getting mixed up in any more of his crazy ideas. You
But
don't
it's
have
a good idea. I like it.
rocket ship to the moon, uranium and... You what?
I think Elliot's idea is very good.
Oh, honey, you better get some sleep. Lie down right over here. Now, take it easy. Just rest a minute.
Now, stop it, Phil. There's nothing wrong with me, and there's nothing wrong with Elliot's idea.
But every other time Elliot's had an idea,
You've gotten into trouble, I know. But how can you possibly get into trouble painting a few white lines?
She's right, Curly.
I don't know.
It doesn't take any brains. A 3-year-old child can paint a white line.
You see, Curly, it's right down our alley. All we need is some paint and a couple of brushes.
I got a feeling that something's going to happen. But let's go paint some lines.
Boy, look at them cars. There must be a million of them.
Look at them later, will you? We got to get these lines painted.
Okay, Mr. Rembrandt. Where we start?
Right at the corner. Now, you start on this side, and I'll go across the street, and we'll both work toward the middle. Got it?
Got it. And Curly, look out!
That guy almost killed me.
Did you see him snarl when he missed?
Yeah. Look, Elliot.
Huh?
I'll start over here, and you go across the street.
Okay. And Curly?
Look out!
Curly, why don't we just paint lines on this side?
Elliot, why do you ask so many stupid questions?
That's stupid?
Sure, it's stupid. We're supposed to paint a crosswalk all the way across. If we only put lines on one side of the street, it's no good. We'll have all this paint left over.
Well, we could paint a couple of lines down the middle. A straight one for men drivers and a zigzag one for lady drivers.
We're going to paint a crosswalk.
Okay, let's start painting.
All right, now, move over there about 10 feet, and then we'll paint across together.
Right. You just give me the notice.
All right. On your mark, get set, go! Elliot.
Yes, Curly?
Let's talk this thing over.
Okay.
If we can't get out into the road, we can't paint the lines, can we?
That seems like a reasonable supposition.
And every time we step off the curb, we get chased by a car. Right?
Dead right.
That's what I'm afraid of. Now, there's only one sensible way to do this. One of us has to paint, and one of us has to act as a decoy.
A decoy?
Yeah.
What's a decoy?
A decoy? Well, it's like, look, one of us stands in the middle of the road, and the cars all aim at him. So they don't notice the other guy, who is quietly painting.
You mean the guy that's out there ducking cars? That's a decoy.
Yeah. One of us.
You wouldn't have any ideas about which one of us.
Good luck, Elliot.
So long, Curly. Just remember, I'm doing this for your wife and kids. Your wife and kids. Ah, you missed me. Ah, you missed again. Get much painting done, Curly?
Well, if it ain't Crazy Legs Hurst.
Back in that old bakeroo, didn't
Yeah, man, you were spinning in and out.
How's the painting coming along?
Are you kidding? I didn't even get the brush wet.
Fine. I'm getting chased all over the boulevard, and you go to sleep on the job.
Are you kidding? You weren't gone 2 seconds.
In 2 seconds, how could I get 10 years older?
Oh, Elliot, now look. Let's try it again, and try to stay out there a little longer.
Oh, wait a minute.
huh?
Wait, Curly. Just hold it.
Now what's the matter?
I got a better idea. People get killed even in crosswalks, don't they?
Sure, but it ain't considered cricket.
Cricket, schmicket, they get knocked for a loop. You know what we do?
What?
We dig a tunnel.
Elliot.
It's a very practical idea.
I don't know
Look,
about...
Curly, do they have crosswalks over the Hudson River?
No.
Do they have tunnels under the Hudson River?
Well, sure.
Then
but...
why ain't it a good idea?
I ain't said it wasn't. I just don't think that Alice is going to like it, that's all.
She liked the crosswalk, didn't she? And this is better, believe me.
Well, I don't know. But Elliot, where are you going?
You stay right there, Curly. I got to borrow a pick and shovel.
How you doing, Elliot?
Hey, I'm not kidding, Curly. This is tough work. I'm getting a blister.
What are you worried about? Another couple of 100 feet and you'll be all through. Go ahead, Roy. Keep digging. Let me hear it up here. Dig it out.
All right. Hey, Curly,
Yeah.
there's another flock of wires down here.
What kind?
Same as last time. Bell telephone.
Pull them out.
All of them?
Sure. What do we want with telephone wires? Now, if there was electric wires leading to an RCA Victor television set with a 27-inch screen, that'd be different.
You mean RCA Victor television sets work good in tunnels?
Good. They even work in a cave. Peter the Hermit's got one in every room. Nothing.
But these are telephone wires, so I chop them out, right?
Right.
Okay. Chop, chop.
Attaboy, Elliot. You're doing fine.
Well, and how are you this fine evening?
Oh, hello, officer. Beautiful night, isn't it?
You and your friend lost something?
Oh, no. We're just digging a hole.
Hey, Curly, here's the wire.
Okay, toss it out.
Yep.
Attaboy. It's just some old telephone wires we chopped out, officer.
I see.
Hey, Curly, I got to rest for a minute. Oh, hello, officer.
Would you mind telling me exactly what you're doing?
Well, when we started, we were painting a crosswalk.
8 feet under the ground?
No. No, you see, my friend here explained to me that they didn't have any crosswalks over the Hudson River, but they had lots of tunnels. So we decided to dig one.
Oh, this is going to be a tunnel under the Hudson River. Is that it?
Oh, officer, they have tunnels like this all over the world. Like in Germany, under the Autobahn.
And you're digging a spare.
He's got a great sense of humor, hasn't he? No, officer, look. This kid's sharp as a biscuit. No, look, you don't understand, officer. You see, I've got 2 little girls, and they have to cross the road.
Like Joe Miller's chicken.
But there's no light here.
So we're digging a tunnel instead.
You're digging a tunnel under Ventura Boulevard?
You know a better way to get across?
We could build a bridge, but a tunnel's so much more practical.
Especially when it rains.
Yeah.
Well, you keep digging your tunnel, boy. I've got to make me call into the station.
Yeah, all right. So long, officer. It was nice talking to you.
Yeah, you come back any time.
Hey, he was a nice guy, wasn't he? Yeah, he's got a lot.
Hello, Tim. This is Mike. Send the wagon. I've got a couple of doozies.
I'll only stay a few minutes.
All right, Mrs. Harris, you'll find your husband in cell 2. That's the bridal suite.
Thank you. The bridal suite?
Yes, ma'am. That has twin straitjackets.
Oh, Bill. You were supposed to paint 2 little lines.
Honey, it's all a mistake. We'll be out of here in no time.
Wait till I tell my congressman. Just wait.
What am I going to tell the girls? Their father's a jailbird?
Now, don't worry, Alice. I'll be out the first thing in the morning.
If they hadn't have taken away the pick and shovel, we could have been out of here tonight.
Honey, I brought your pajamas and your toothbrush.
Oh, thanks, honey, but it's not that bad. This ain't a bad jail. It's nice and warm.
Well, I'd better go, Phil.
Can't you stay a few more minutes?
But the girls...
No sense going out in the cold when you could stay here in a nice, comfortable jail.
Phil, I ought to go home.
Honey, please.
I simply can't stay.
Baby, it's cold outside.
I've got to go away.
Baby, it's cold outside.
This evening has been
hoping that you'd drop
so
in.
very warm.
I'll hold your hands there just
My
like
mother will start to worry.
Beautiful, what's your
And
hurry?
father will be pacing the floor.
Listen to the fireplace
So
roar.
really, I'd better scurry.
Beautiful, please don't
Well, maybe
hurry.
just a half a drink
Put
more.
some records on while I
The
pull.
neighbors may think.
Baby, it's bad out there.
Say, what's in
No
this drink?
cabs to be had out there.
I wish I knew
Your
how
eyes are like
to
starlight
break
now.
the spell.
I'll take your hat, your hair looks
I ought
swell.
to say no,
Mind
sir.
if I move in
At
closer?
least I'm going to say that I tried.
What's the sense of hurting my
I
pride?
really can't
Oh,
stay.
baby, don't hold out.
Oh, but it's cold outside. I simply must
Baby,
go.
it's cold outside.
The answer is
But
no.
baby, it's cold outside.
The welcome has
How
been
lucky that you dropped
so
in.
nice and warm.
Look out the window at
My
that
sister
storm.
will be suspicious.
Gosh, your lips look delicious.
My brother will be there at the door.
Waves upon the tropical
My
shore.
maiden aunt's mind is vicious.
Gosh, your lips are delicious.
Well, maybe just a cigarette more.
Never such a blizzard
I've
before.
gotta get
But
home.
baby, you'll freeze out there.
Say, lend me a
It's
call.
up to your knees out there.
Oh, you've really been
I
grand.
thrill when
But
you
don't
touch
you
me
see?
hand. How can you do this thing to
There's
me?
bound to be talk tomorrow.
Think of my
At
lifelong
least
sorrow.
there will be plenty implied.
If you get pneumonia
I
and
really
die,
can't stay.
get over it, baby.
Oh, but it's
cold outside.
The court will rise.
Hey, Curly. I'm getting worried.
Oh, worried about what? We didn't do nothing. What's wrong with digging a tunnel?
Quiet over there.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
Municipal Court of the Los Angeles Judicial District, Division 32. The Honorable Robert Anderson presiding is now in session. Be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, this is Boys' Week, and so assisting me on the bench will be a representative elected to this office by the student body of the Encino High School. My colleague and associate, the Honorable Julius Abruzio. Julius! Help! Proceed, Judge Abruzio.
It's a pleasure, Your Honor. Bailiff,
Yes, Your Honor.
what's the first docket on the docket?
People versus Phil Harris and Elliot Lewis. Charge destroying public property.
I find them guilty and sentence them to life imprisonment.
Wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute.
Julius, it's us. Your friends.
Step down.
Judge Abruzio, may I confer with you for one moment?
Okay, Your Honor. Everybody hold it a second. My honor's going to confer with his honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Judge Abruzio, before we sentence the defendants, don't you think it might be a good idea to hold the trial?
But, Judge, I know these guys. We'd be letting them off light if we executed the both of them.
I object on the grounds that he's irrelevant, immaterial, and unconstitutional.
According to the 21st Amendment.
The 21st Amendment. That repeals prohibition.
Yeah, wasn't that a beauty?
Well, by all means.
Oh, Julius, you wouldn't do a thing like that, would you?
Now look, you little fink.
$20 for contempt of court.
What?
And $20 for asking questions.
$40, please.
Pay the man, Curly.
You and your tunnels. Here.
Judge Abruzio, shall we proceed?
Do we have to?
Well, Julius, the courts of this country are designed to protect the innocent as well as to punish the wrongdoer. In our democracy, every man is deemed innocent until proven guilty.
Well, let's prove him guilty and get it over with. Who's the first witness?
The arresting officer, Your Honor.
Hiya, Mike.
Hello, Junior.
Oh, we're in great shape.
$20 for opening your yacht.
I object.
And $20 for objecting.
$40, please. Thank you.
Oh, don't mention it. Don't mention it.
Swear in the witness.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Proceed, Your Honor.
Mike, what were these criminals doing when you found them?
Digging a hole.
I object. It was a tunnel.
Now you did it. It opens by itself.
Wait till I get you outside, you little creep.
Elliot, will you stop it? Stop.
That'll be $50 more.
We must have moved to a higher court.
$70, please.
What are we doing? Buying the courthouse? Now what did I say?
$100 for trying to bribe an officer.
Proceed, Judge Abruzio.
Mike, would you say that these murderers was under the influence?
We didn't say nothing.
We didn't even move.
Spoil sports.
Judge Abruzio, are you implying that these men have been known to indulge?
Indulge? They indulge till they bulge.
Mr. Harris.
Yes, Your Highness.
According to the complaint, you and this other gentleman...
Gentlemen, now I object.
$20, please.
That wasn't me. I didn't say nothing. That was Julius.
Oh, stop quibbling, for goodness sake.
Mr. Harris,
Yes, sir.
I recognize the spirit which prompted your action,
Recognize it, you can bottle it.
but we cannot have the people taking matters into their own hands. After all, what would we have if everyone decided to dig his own tunnel?
Live pedestrians.
He broke it.
I'm afraid the court can do nothing but find you both guilty as charged.
But, Your Honor...
Judge Abruzio will pass sentence.
Alcatraz, get ready. Mr. Harris?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Lewis?
You just wait, you little crumb.
I sentence you to 160 years of hard labor.
Julius, Your Honor, all we did was dig a hole.
Judge Abruzio, the penalty in a case of this type is generally a fine.
You mean I can't have them executed? Not even one of them?
I'm afraid not.
Gee whiz.
According to my calculations, we need another $210.
$210. For what?
I fine him $210.
Now, wait a minute. That's $500 for digging one little hole?
Not exactly. It's $500 to install one traffic light at Ventura and White Oaks.
Taste this mix.
This is Phil again. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls, we've tried to have a little fun with the traffic problem, and we hope we gave you a few laughs. But we'd also like to remind you that the holiday season is coming up, and that means a lot of added traffic on foot and in cars. So So let's all try to take it a little easy, especially around the schools. When we're driving, let's watch those traffic lights and crosswalks, because they'll be there, so look for them. Let's all be careful and have a real happy holiday this year. Good night, everyone. Say good night to the people, honey.
Good night, everybody.
That's my girl.
Included in this program transcribed were Douglas Dumbrill, Dick Elliott, and Dick Ryan. The part of Julius was played by Walter Tetley. This has been an NBC Radio Network presentation.